Hey guys, your boy Jackie. I'm back with another video, and today, if y'all cannot tell from the title of the video, we are here with another episode where we let Madden 25 decide the NFL 2024-2025 NFL season, and we are here with week 4 of the NFL season. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. So if you guys are new to my channel, if you guys have not checked me out before, I appreciate you go down, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It'll help your boy out. But with that being said, if you guys are also new to my channel, this is a series where I am going to do this every week for the NFL 2024-2025 season, where we let Madden decide the games of the week, and this is week 4. So if you guys have not checked out any of the previous episodes, go down, hit that link, as it is the playlist of this entire series. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and just jump right into today's video. So starting things off with the first game of the week, Thursday Night Football on September 26, 2024 at 8:15 p.m. we have the New York Giants facing the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants are at 75 overall. The Cowboys are on 88 overall. You know, the best players are Michael Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, Zach Martin. The Giants best players are Bobby Oriki. Sorry if I mispronounced your names. I'm bad with names. Brian Burns and Sexy Dexy. And truthfully, yeah, we're gonna go with this, and then 8:15. All right, perfect. But yeah, truthfully, with this game, I got the Giants winning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think, some might be thinking I'm crazy, but I think I have the Giants winning. The reason why I have the Giants winning might just because I have a little bias towards the Giants, because I guess I've always been a Giants fan, you know what I'm saying? You know, of course, growing up, my favorite team was the Atlanta Falcons, but for some reason, whenever I played Madden, I would always play with the Giants. And the Giants look good. Maybe it's because I like the Giants uniform. I think growing up, my favorite colors was like blue and red. So I like the Falcons because it's red, and the Giants because it's blue. But the Giants also had the red uniforms. But look, they got the Giants beating the fuck out the Cowboys. Let's talk about how the Cowboys are frauds, though. The Cowboys are fucking frauds. I hate to say that, bro. Cowboys, cowgirls, y'all ain't that good. Y'all just spent a lot of money on Dak. You know, CeeDee Lamb. I think it's an easy fix. I think y'all gotta get rid of Mike McCarthy. I think once y'all get rid of Mike McCarthy, y'all should be fine. But I'm happy for Daniel Jones. I want Daniel Jones to continue playing well. I want Malik Neighbors to play well. But yeah, with that being said, I think I have anything else left to say. So we can go ahead and just look into the stats. Daniel Jones had a great game. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Dak had 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Rushing, Devin Singletary had a great rushing was okay. I mean, Daniel Jones and Dak Prescott both had touchdowns. Tracy Jr. had a touchdown. That's really about it. Receiving, Malik Neighbors had 89 with a touchdown. Theo Johnson had a touchdown. Jalen Hyatt had a touchdown. Holy shit. Jalen Tolbert had a touchdown. What a day. CeeDee Lamb had a quiet day. So, yeah, if CeeDee Lamb has a quiet day, Cowboys are going to lose. There was only 3 sacks allowed total, and all by the Cowboys. 1 pancake. Let's see who had the sacks. Kayvon Thibodeau and the Sexy Dexy and Brian Burns all had sacks. No interceptions. Let's look at total tackles. Devon Wilson led the game with 10 tackles. But yeah, I hate to say this, but I have the Giants winning this game in real life. I think the Cowboys are frauds. I think they're gonna have to fire McCarthy. Yeah, kickers. There was the kicker stats, punting stats. The Giants didn't have to put a single time. That's crazy. Kicking return, punt return. Yeah, that is the Giants versus Cowboys. The Giants win 35-17. That's what Madden predicts. Moving on to the Sunday, September 29th games, the 1 p.m. games. We have my Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. The Falcons are on 84 overall. The Saints are on 83 overall. Saints' best players are Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore, and Chase Young. The Falcons' best players are Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons, and Chris Lindstrom. So let's go ahead and jump right into the game. So jumping right into this rivalry game, I got the Falcons winning this game. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Falcons fan, and I had a prediction video where I have basically each week I go through all the NFL games and I predict each games. Y'all can go down and check that out, as that's a link of that playlist. But basically in that series, I was saying that the Falcons, the NFC South, is going to all be tied up. All the teams in the NFC South by the end of week 4 are all gonna be 2-2. This division's wide open. It's anyone's taking. And here, look at the Falcons handling business. My boy Younghoe Koo, and we win this game by 10 points. Falcons win 24-14. That's what I like to see, man. Finally, Falcons. I believe the Falcons are gonna win this game. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like the Falcons are the better team than the Saints. I think the Saints are frauds. So hopefully the Falcons can come out and win. We need a win right now after playing, arguably the best team in the league, which is the Chiefs, then the Eagles, and then the Saints, the Steelers, who have the best defense in the league. So it'll be a nice bounce back win for us, and we can go back to 500. But Kirk Cousins, 307 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's what we like to see. Derek Carr, of course, he's going to do an interception. And Bijan had a great day running, and yeah. As long as we are able to hold Kamara, we should be fine, right? Receiving, Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney has been playing very well. Same with Ray Ray. Ray Ray had 3 touchdowns this game, so that's fucking crazy. Kyle Pitts had a good game with the 183 yards with 10 receptions. Drake London had 50 yards, so I mean, if we do that, I'll be happy. I mean, if Chris Olave gets 2 touchdowns, he gets 2 touchdowns, but 29 yards, I'm okay with that. If the Falcons can do this in real life, bro, I'll be a happy man. Sacks allowed. Drew Dalman, he's not playing, so joke's on y'all. But hopefully our backup center, I think Ryan Nizell, I hope he can lock the fuck in. But yeah, these are the people who allowed sacks. No pancakes. Bijan allowing sacks is kind of crazy because he's been very good in pass blocking recently, so I doubt that will happen. I hope not. But defensively, let's see who got some sacks. He had 2 sacks. Matt Judon had 2 sacks. I hate to say this, bro. If the Falcons can get our the QB pressure, we can't get that higher. We might be in the for a long season. Matt Judon has been a great pickup because he has been our sack leader. Not sack leader, but he's tied for first with sacks. I think him and Grady both have 1.5. But I mean, shout out to Matt Judon, our best pass rusher by far. But I mean, we need the rest of the D line to step up. I can't wait till we put Ruka in. I want to see him play, bro. I'm tired of seeing what's their names, Contavious Street. I'm tired of seeing Eddie Goldman. I want to see Ruka go at the quarterback. But I mean, yeah. And then Nathan Shepard had 1 sack. I'm tired of seeing Lorenzo Carter. I'm tired of seeing where is he at. I'm tired of also seeing Arnold Epikady, because Arnold Epikady has not been playing to what I feel like he should, bro. I want to see more Zach Harrison. I want to see more D'Angelo Malone, bro. It's getting annoying, bro. I want to see my team. Mike Hughes gets an interception, and then Tyrann Mathieu leads the game with 10 tackles. But I mean, we'll see how this game plays out. It's gonna be a good game. Might be one of the best games of the week. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Kicking Koo. Of course, Koo's gonna be 100%. Koo's always 100. These are the punts, kick return, no kick returns, no punt returns. But yeah, Falcons win 24-14. Moving on to the Carolina Panthers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We have the Panthers, who are 79 overall, with their 3 best players being I forgot his name, something Brown. I forgot his name, the defensive tackle, J.C. Horn and Deontay Johnson. And the Bengals' best player are Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Trey Hendricks, and they have an 87 overall. So let's go ahead and jump right into this game. So jumping right into this game, right? I have the Panthers winning this game in real life. Andy Dalton is a good veteran that could lead a bad team to wins. So I think this is Andy Dalton's first revenge game too against his former team. So, and the Bengals just look bad. The Bengals defense looks bad. The offense is good, I guess, but I mean, yeah, I feel like the Panthers are gonna win this game in real life. Madden doesn't think that, but I think this game will be a lot closer in real life, because I think Andy Dalton's gonna get his revenge. But in Madden, they have the Bengals win 49-17 against Andy Dalton and the Panthers. Take a look at the stats. The stats for the game: Joe Burrow had 6 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. Holy shit, that's a crazy stat line for him. I mean, that'll be a good bounce back game for him and the Bengals, but damn, that's crazy. Andy Dalton, 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, not too bad. Rushing, Zach Moss, 41, 1 touchdown. That's about it. Receiving, though, Jamar Chase, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Charlie Jones, 2 touchdowns, 82 yards. T. Higgins had 75 yards. Zach Moss had a touchdown. DeAndre Johnson had a touchdown. And then who else had a touchdown? Fucking Chuba Hubbard had a touchdown. And Drew Sample had a touchdown. What a day by Joe Shiesty. Sacks allowed. There were a lot of sacks allowed. Was that 6, 7 sacks? No pancakes. Defense to see who had the sacks. B.J. Hill had 2 sacks. Sheldon Rankins had 2 sacks. Trey Henderson had 2 sacks. Holy shit, that's a lot of sacks. And then Clowney and Alshon Robinson combined for a sack. Interceptions: Logan Wilson and J.C. Horn had interceptions, and Shaq Thompson led the game with tackles. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like in real life, though, I feel like I got the Panthers winning. I got Andy Dalton and the Panthers winning. So we'll see what happens. Kickers, both were 100. Punters, punted 6 times. Crazy. But, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think the Bengals are that good, and I don't know. I'm kind of scared of the Panthers led by Andy Dalton because Andy Dalton's a vet and he's a pretty good vet. Because look at what he did to the Raiders. So, but with that, moving on to the next game. Moving on to the next game, as we have the Chicago Bears taking on the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are on 82 overall with the three best players being Cooper Kupp, he's not playing in real life, Tre'Davious White, and then Puka Nacua, who is also not playing in real life. And then we have the Chicago Bears who are on 81 overall with DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen. And yeah, let's go ahead and just jump right into this game. So jumping right into this game, right? The Bears against the Rams. I got the Rams winning this game in real life, but we'll see what Madden says. But I just don't think the Bears organization is a good organization to play for. I don't think Caleb Williams is bad or nothing. I don't think Justin Fields was bad when he was there. I think just this organization sucks. They don't mismanage. The coach sucks. Yeah, I hate to see it. The players' talent are being wasted. The Rams are just really good coach team. So I think Matthew Stafford is going to come out and have a breeze against Caleb Williams and win. So that's truthfully what I think. And that's what Madden thinks. Madden thinks that the Rams are going to beat the Bears. So yeah, with that being said, let's take a look at the stats. Matt Stafford, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Matthew Stafford had a bad game. Terrible game. Caleb Williams also had a pretty bad game. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Both quarterbacks played pretty bad. Rushing was not there today. Receiving, I mean, Cooper Kupp had 126. Colby Parkinson had 119. Tutu Atwell. So 3 receivers for the Rams over 100 yards is fucking crazy to me. Who scored the touchdowns? Rome Odunze scored a touchdown. Demarcus Robinson scored a touchdown. And Blake Corum scored a touchdown. Blocking, 3 sacks allowed. No pancakes. Let's see who had the sacks. He had a sack. Tremaine Edmonds had a sack, and then Jared Verse had a sack. So let's look at the interception, bro. What's it called? He had an interception. So he had a great game today. This man had a sack and an interception. TJ Edwards had an interception. Tremaine Edmonds had an interception. He also had a sack and an interception. Quentin Lake had interceptions, and then Kevin Byard had an interception. So they're pretty great day for defense. Tremaine Edmonds led the game with tackles, but yeah, what a great game for defensively. Like, if you like defense, this would be a great game for you. But yeah, I hate to say this, but like once the Bears get like a good coach, and a better front office, they'll probably start winning games. But for now, with that front office and coach, they're probably going to continue losing games. But yeah, that's all I got to have for this game. So moving on to the next. So moving on to the Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Both of them are 83 overall. The Vikings' best players are Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones. And the Packers' best players are Kenny Clark, Josh Jacobs, and Jair Alexander. So let's go ahead and see if Aaron Jones and the Minnesota Vikings can get his revenge game against his former team. So with that being said, though, I hate to say this, though, but what was I going to say? Oh, I completely forgot what I was going to say. I'm blanking. Oh, I'm blanking. I completely am blanking right now. Fuck. But I guess basically I got I remember what I was saying. This is probably going to be the game of the week, truthfully. I feel like the Packers versus the Vikings, this is probably going to be the game of the week. Malik Willis and the Packers are taking on Minnesota Vikings, and Sam Darnold, who is playing very well right now. He probably is the MVP candidate, number 1 MVP candidate right now, or comeback player, you know what I'm saying? And Sam Darnold's been playing well. Justin Jefferson's doing Justin Jefferson things. But look, hey, they got the Vikings winning this game 38-35. I feel like it's going to be a close game in real life. This is probably the game of the week, but I do have the Vikings winning. So let's take a look at the stats. Sam Darnold had 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Jordan Love had 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I don't think he's in play, but yeah, we'll probably be seeing Malik Willis in real life. Moving on to rushing, Aaron Jones had 91 yards, a touchdown. Josh Jacobs had 76 and a touchdown. So both running backs pretty decent. Receiving though, Jalen Reed had 124 with a touchdowns. Johnny Mundit had 2 touchdowns. Rome Adooms, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names. He had a touchdown. Josh Jacobs had a touchdown. Luke Musgrave had a touchdown. And then Trent Sheffield had a touchdown. Look at Justin Jefferson. 68 yards, not bad. You know what I'm saying? Sacks, 2-4, 5 sacks allowed. Let's see who got the sacks. Jonathan Greenland had 2 sacks. He had a great game last week, so if he continues that, I mean, shit, he might be on to a good season. Preston Smith had 2. Kenny Clark had 1. Let's see who had interceptions. Harrison Smith had an interception. Stephon Gilmore had an interception. And Cooper led the game with tackles. So good game by the Vikings and Packers. It was a very close game, very fought game, and this is definitely probably going to be the game of the week. hoping it's gonna be a shootout. Hopefully it's a good game, and hopefully it's must-watch football. But yeah, with that being said, that's all I have for this game. So we'll move on to the next. Moving on to the Houston Texans facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are 81 overall with Josh Hines, Allen, Travis Etienne, and Boye Olakun as the 3 best players. And then the Texans' best players are Danielle Hunter, Lerman Tunsil, and Stephon Diggs, and they are on 86 overall. And with that being said, let's just go ahead and just jump right into the game. So jumping right into this game, first thing I'm going to say is the Jaguars fucking suck. Their organization is probably one of the worst organizations to be in the league. Trevor Lawrence is not him. It could be a mix of his coaching or him, but yeah. But I also just don't think the Texans are that good as well. I think the Texans are probably the most overhyped team in the AFC, right next to the Jets, and I just don't think the Jaguars are good. But I mean, in this game, they got the Jaguars getting their first win of the season against the Houston Texans. But I don't know. I feel like this game is probably going to lean more towards the Texans in real life. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars win, as this is a division game. But let's take a look at the stats. Trevor Lawrence, 2 for 2, pretty mid. And then CJ Stroud had 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Rushing, Travis Etienne, 61, 1 touchdowns. Joe Mixon, 59. Other than that, quiet day rushing. Receiving, though, Christian Kirk had 138, 1 touchdown. Nico Collins had a touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr. had a touchdown. And then Joe Mixon had a touchdown. So, I mean, there's that. Blocking, 3 sacks allowed, no pancakes. And let's see who had sacks. Armstead had a sack. He had a sack. And then Danielle Hunter had a sack. Who had the interceptions? Jalen Pitre had the interceptions. And Henry told I'm so sorry, I can't pronounce that, but he had an interception, and Jake Hansen led the game with tackles. But back to what I was saying, though, I just don't think the Jaguars are a good football team right now. I wouldn't be surprised if their head coach gets fired soon, just because I don't know. And Trevor Lawrence got to step up because they just paid him a lot of money. So I don't think Trevor Lawrence is that good, but we'll see what happens. And CJ Stroud and the Texans have a lot to prove because I think they are overrated right now. So until they prove me wrong, I'm going to keep saying that they're overrated. But with that being said, let's move on to the next game. Moving on to the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are on 85 overall with TJ Watt, Cameron Haley, and Minkah Fitzpatrick as the best 3 players. And the Colts are on 82 overall with DeForest Buckner, Jonathan Taylor, and Quentin Nelson as the 3 best players. So jumping right into this game, truthfully, I have the Steelers winning this game. The Steelers defense is one of the best in the league, and I'm gonna stand by that. Justin Fields is playing well, so it's good to see that he's getting confidence back. But with that said, I just think with the Colts, though, I think AR is a fraud. I don't think AR is that good. He makes more mistakes than big plays. Yeah, I just don't know. I just feel like the Colts are just frauds. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're that good, but I mean, we'll see what happens. The Colts win this game. It wins a close game, but I don't know. In real life, I see the Steelers going 4-0. I think the reason why the Steelers lost in this game because for some reason, Madden still has Russell Wilson playing. So this is probably the reason the Steelers lost. Let's be real. But I mean, yeah, I think I have the Steelers defense is going to take them a long way. So I got the Steelers. AR, he's 50-50. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. We'll see if he can develop. But yeah, AR had 2 touchdowns. Russell Wilson 1 for 1, pretty mid. Rushing, I mean, both Najee and Jonathan Taylor had a touchdown, so I mean that's decent. Receiving though, Josh Downs, great game for Josh Downs. George Pickens 95 yards. Mo Alley Cox had a touchdown, and Van Jefferson had a touchdown. Sack wise, 3 sacks, no pancakes. How many? Let's see who got the sacks. TJ Watt 1.5. TJ Watt's probably defensive player of the year. Not gonna cap him. And Larry, I can't pronounce his last name. They combined for a sack. And then Quincy Payne had a sack. Let's see who had an interception. Kenny Moore had an interception, and EJ Speed led the game with tackles. But yeah, just in real life, I think the Steelers are the better team. I think right now the Colts are kind of in that weird spot of like, oh, did we fuck up by getting Anthony Richardson, or like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens though. We'll see. He still has time. He's still young. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I had the Steelers winning this game. I think the Steelers defense is too good. And with Justin Fields playing the way he's playing, I got the Steelers winning. So with that said, let's move on to the next game. So moving on to the New York Jets against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are at 79 overall with the best players being Patrick Surtain, Courtland Sutton, and Javonte Williams. And the Jets' best players are I forgot his name. The left tackle, something Smith. I forgot his first name. My fault. Quinton Williams and Sauce Gardner. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this game. So jumping right into this game, and I'm not a New York Jets hater. I think I'm an Aaron Rodgers hater. So as long as Aaron Rodgers is their quarterback, I am going to hate on them. Just because I just don't think, I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I also think the Jets organization right now isn't in the best as it could be. I hope that makes sense. Oh shit. My fault. They get good field position. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. So, but yeah, basically, I don't know. I want the Broncos to continue the success they had against the the Buccaneers, but realistically, it's probably not gonna happen. I think realistically the Jets will win, but I want the Broncos to win. It would be nice to see Bo Nix do better, but in real life, I think the Jets are gonna win. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's see what Madden has. I'm just an Aaron Rodgers hater too. Don't ask me why. I just never liked Aaron Rodgers. Just yeah, but they got Aaron Rodgers in the Jets winning this game, 30-24. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, let's see. Bo Nix, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Bad game by Bo Nix. Bad game. And then Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. Rushing, yeah, no rushing touchdowns. The one thing I realized with Madden and these Sims, bro, they did not run the ball at all. They don't run for shit. But let's take a look at the receiving though, because they love passing in this game. They got Malachi Corley, 102 yards and 1 touchdown. Garrett Wilson had a touchdown. Marvin Mims had a touchdown. Greg Delucci had a touchdown. Mike Williams had a touchdown. And Javonte Williams had a touchdown. Blocking, how many sacks? Only 3 sacks allowed today. That's not that bad. Who got the sacks? Baron Browning, Quinton Williams, and Solomon Thomas. Let's see who had the field day interceptions. Quincy Williams had 2 interceptions. Patrick Surtain had 1, and DJ Reed had the interceptions. Damn, that's tough. And then Riley Moss led the game with fucking 10 tackles. Oh my god, that's crazy. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just an Aaron Rodgers hater. I think the Jets are just overhyped. I don't know. I might just be hating. I could just be a hater. That's a huge possibility too. I'd just be hating. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this game. So with that being said, let's move on to the next game. So moving on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are an 87 overall with AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, and Darius Slay as their best players, and the Bucs are an 84 overall, and their best players are Tristan Wirfs, Levante David, and Mike Evans. So let's go ahead and jump right into the first 4:05 p.m. game on Sunday. So jumping right into this game, as a Falcons fan, we need the Eagles to beat the Bucs. Right, and then the Bucs just had a bad outing against the Broncos. Getting beat by the Broncos like that is pretty embarrassing. So we'll see how they do. That just shows that the Bucs are inconsistent. But I mean, so are the Eagles. They're very inconsistent as well. I don't think Devontae Adams is playing this game or AJ Brown. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. But I still feel like this Eagles team could still win as long as they have the offense game plan centered around Saquon. If Saquon is their center of offense, then they'll be okay. But they have this game going to overtime, and the Bucs win this game by 3. So they have this being a great close game. So that's cool to see. Let's take a look at the stats. Oh my God, Jalen Hurts had such a terrible game. 0 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. That's such a terrible game. That's probably why they lost. The fact that they were in this game is crazy. Baker had an okay game. 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. I mean, he just was a game manager, right? Looking at the rushing, I mean, Rashid Wright had a great day. 2 touchdowns. Oh my God, Saquon had 3 touchdowns. I'm telling you, all they gotta do is just feed Saquon, bro. Feed Saquon, and they'll go far by feeding Saquon. Receiving though, Grant, I can't pronounce his last name. He had the most yards, and we had 1 receiving touchdown by Chris Godwin. That's all we have receiving. That's so crazy. This was a really rushing game. Like, this was all from rushing. Like, let's take a look at the blocking. How many sacks were allowed? 4 sacks allowed. No pancakes. Let's see who got the sacks. I mean, JTS, he had 1.5. He had 1. Devin White had 1. He had half of 1. Devin White revenge game. So hopefully he plays this game. I don't know if he's been playing or not, but I hope Devin White plays. As Anton Winfield Jr. had 2 interceptions and he had 1. It'll be nice to see Devin White play and beat his former team. You know, a little revenge game. But we have CJ Gardner-Johnson leading the game with 10 tackles. But other than that, that's really this game. I mean, shit. I need the Eagles to win, but I won't be surprised if the Bucs win. So I hope the Eagles win. So that's really what I'm hoping for. So with that being said, though, that's really all I have for this game. So moving on to the next game. So moving on to the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Washington Commanders. The Arizona Cardinals are 76 overall with Trey McBridge, James Conner, Buda Baker as the best players, and the Washington Commanders are 78 overall with Jonathan Allen as the best player, with Terry McLaurin and Austin Eckler. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this game. So jumping right into this game as well, I feel like this game could potentially be a great game as well, because we have two teams that are like on the brisk. So not like that great of a team, but they're also not bad. They're like in the middle. And I just feel like after Jaden Daniels in the game he just played, they're going to pop off. Kyler and Marvin, they're going to pop off. I feel like this is going to be a close game, good battle. I can go either way. I don't really have the set winner, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to overtime. But we'll see what Madden says. And the Madden has the Cardinals win this game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this game is going to be close. This game is going to be a close game and can go either way. So Madden got the Cardinals winning this game. So Kyler Murray had 2 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and Jaden Daniels had 1 interception. Pretty bad day by Jaden Daniels, but great rushing day. James Conner, great day for James Conner. Great day for Brian Robinson Jr. And great day for Jaden Daniels rushing. Bad day for him passing, but great day for him to rush. Receiving, Greg Dortch had a touchdown. Scary Terry had 67. Marvin Harrison had a touchdown. That's really it for passing. I mean, let's look at the sacks. What was that? 4 sacks allowed, 0 pancakes. Let's see who got the sacks. Dewan Payne had a sack. He had a sack. Damn, they all had sacks. That's good for them. Great for them. And then Buda Baker and Dennis Gardeck combined for a sack. Let's look at interceptions. Jalen Thompson had an interceptions, and Bobby Wagner led the game with tackles. But yeah, I just feel like this game is going to be a very, very evenly matched game. So I feel like this game can go both ways. I don't really care who wins, because my Falcons aren't in the same division as either one. But I don't know. It'll be a good game. Great game against Kyler and Jaden. We'll see which one can come out on top. But I feel like it's going to be a close game, and this probably has potential to be one of the games of the weeks. So with that being said, let's move on to the next. Moving on to the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New England Patriots. The Patriots are an 80 overall with Julius Peppers, Jack Jones, and Kyler Duggar as their best players. And the 49ers are 92 overall with George Kittle, Fred Warner, and CMC as their best players. So with that being said, let's jump right into this game. So jumping right into this game, I'm gonna be real. I feel like the 49ers should win this game easily. Even with all the injuries that they have, I feel like the 49ers should win this game pretty easily. Brock Purdy has played so well, where I think him being a game manager that's kind of out of the conversation. I think Brock Purdy is playing very well to the point where this man's playing good without Brandon Ayuk, CMC. You know what I'm saying? When the Brandon Ayuk's playing bad, he's been playing without Debo, and I think George Kittle's been on the injury report, but they barely come away with it, but they win. They win 31-29. I feel like this game is going to be a blowout, because, I don't know. I just think the 49ers are still one of the best teams, but Brock Purdy, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I'm telling you, this man is proving that, like, he's not just a game manager. He's actually good at football. So 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Jacoby Brissett, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Let's look at the rushing yards. Jordan Madison, 69, 1 touchdowns, and Tony Gibson, 1 touchdown. That's the day for rushing. Moving on to receiving, Tyquan Thornton had a great day. Jawan Jennings has 3 touchdowns, bro. Jawan Jennings has been playing very well. He's been stepping up. He's basically what Brandon Ayuk was last year, because Brandon Ayuk has been playing very bad. Like, he's been playing very, very bad after his contract. But DeMario Douglas had 2 touchdowns. Hunter Henry had a touchdown. I mean, yeah, look, Brandon Ayuk only had 29 yards. So, I mean, hopefully he steps up, because he just got paid a lot. So we'll see what happens. Only 3 sacks allowed. So let's see who got the sacks. Fred Warner had half a sack. I mean, Jennings had a sack, Bosa had a sack, and then Fred Warner and Hargraves combined for a sack. And then Brown had an interception, and Lenore had an interception. I like this guy. When I watched him in the Super Bowl, this man, I like this guy. He's probably one of my favorite players on this 49ers team. But Fred Warner led the game with tackles. I think Hufanga is back, and I like Devondre Campbell on this team. This team is nice, bro. The 49ers team is just nice. I don't know. I might just be glazing, but I just feel like the 49ers are a very good team, even without some of the best players. And then but yeah, the one thing I will say, like I said before, Brock Purdy right now is showing to us that he's not just a game manager and he's actually good at football, because he's not playing with a lot of his big name players, right? Of course, they help him with his stats and stuff like that, but he's still playing well. So I'm happy for Brock Purdy, and hopefully he keeps it up. With that being said, let's move on to the next game. Moving on to the Los Angeles Chargers against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 9-2 overall with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones as their best players. And then the Chargers are an 82 overall with Justin Herbert, Khalil Mack, and Derwin James as their best player. But before we start this game, let's talk about that controversy, right? Derwin James being suspended before this game is crazy, because my only argument is, like, I don't think the Chiefs had anything to do with that suspension. But my only thing is that if the league is going to suspend Derwin James, someone from that Saints-Eagles game should have been suspended for that hit on Devontae Smith. I'm not even a Saints or a Eagles fan, but just the way the Saints are playing, bro, they're playing 30, bro. It looks like it's another, what's it, Spygate? Not Spygate, a fucking, the fucking thing that Sean Payton got, what's it called, suspended for, when the Bounty Gate or whatever the fuck it's called. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of looks like the Saints are playing very dirty and they're trying to injure people. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing good football, and they're the type of team where if they ain't playing good, they're gonna try to injure someone. I don't know. That's just maybe my point of view. Like I said, I might be a hater and I might just be hating on the Saints, but that's my only issue. If Derwin James got suspended for that hit, someone on the Saints should have got suspended or fined or something, right? And with the Chiefs do get a lot of calls their way, but I mean, nothing we can do. You know, we gotta beat them somehow. If you can't beat them by the refs, then you have to find another way to win. With that being said, let's jump right into this game. So jumping right into this game, let's talk about Travis Kelce too. He has been very, very cold this season. Travis Kelce has, I would kind of say he's officially been replaced by Rasheen Rice. The people are saying that he looks just tired, drained, whatever. I still think he loves the game of football. He wouldn't be playing if he didn't, like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like he's just saving his energy for the playoffs. You know, he always performs in the playoffs, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's just chilling right now, coasting through the season, and then whatever happens, right? But the Chiefs win this game easily, 27-3. I wouldn't be surprised if this is what happens in real life. I mean, without Derwin James, I feel like the Chiefs have an easier way of winning. I mean, they're They are 3-0 right now, but they could also easily be 0-3 right now. I mean, if Isaiah Likely's toe wasn't that big and he was in that, the Chiefs would have lost. They almost lost to the Bengals. They almost lost to the Falcons, right? It's a whole bunch of what ifs, this, that, and that. But, you know, at the end of the day, they are 3-0, and I can see them going 4-0. We'll see what happens. Just, I don't know. It's a division game. Anything can happen in division games, but, I mean, we'll see what happens. Patrick Mahomes, this game, though, he went 3 for 1, and Justin Herbert's pretty bad game. He didn't do shit. That's kind of what it looks like. He just went out there, did some laps, didn't do shit. Rushing, though, let's take a look at Justin Herbert. Had 42 rushing yards, led the game in rushing, but that's about it. Receiving, Rasheen Rice, look, he had fucking 175, 2 touchdowns. Juju had 114, 1 touchdown. Kelce had 74. Holy fucking shit, bro. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 fucking Chiefs receivers, bro, before the next fucking Chargers. That's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, the Chiefs, you know, they could three-peat, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if they three-peat. So we'll see what happens. But this is 4 sacks allowed this game, 0 pancakes. Let's see who got the sacks. Khalil Mack had 2 sacks, and then Chris Jones and Dana combined for 1, and Bosa and Fulton combined for 1. And then Henley had an interceptions, and he also led the game with tackles. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I just don't see the Chargers beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a good team. Not saying the Chargers are a bad team by any means. Just the Chiefs are too good. They're too overpowered. You can't beat the Chiefs and the refs. You have to either beat one or the other. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, with that being said, let's move on to the next game. Moving on to the Las Vegas Raiders against the Cleveland Browns. The Raiders are on 81 overall with the 3 best players being Christian Wilkins, Devontae Adams, and Max Crosby. And the Browns are an 87 overall with Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb, and Denzel Ward as their best players. And with that being said, let's jump right into the game. So jumping right into this game, here's a bold prediction. This is the game that Deshaun Watson is going to get benched, and we're going to see famous Jameis back, right? This is a game where the coach of the Browns is going to be like, I had enough. I seen what Deshaun Watson can do, and he's going to let Jameis Winston cook. Because I feel like the Raiders are going to come out and win. I feel like the Raiders are going to come out and embarrass the Browns. and the Browns are gonna have to make a decision because they have a good roster. They just have to make a change, and I think they're gonna switch out what's his name, Deshaun Watson for famous Jameis, and we get to see a resurgence of Jameis's Winston career, which will be nice to see. But let's take a look at the stats. See what Watson 0 for 1 interceptions. You can't be doing that. And then Gardner Minshew had 3 touchdowns and interceptions. You gotta lock in, buddy. And then rushing, I mean Zamir White had a touchdown, pretty decent day rushing, so that's good for him. Receiving, Jerry Jeudy had a great game. Trey Tucker had a touchdown. Devontae Adams had a touchdown, and then Harrison Bryant had a touchdown. Blocking, what's that? Ooh, what's that? 6 sacks allowed. Let's take a look at this. Who got sacks? Who got sacks? Max Crosby had 2.5. Christian Wilkins had 2. He had 0.5. Great day for the Raiders. Just overall great day for the Raiders. Max Crosby got an interception. That's fucking crazy. How the fuck you let Max? That's fucking crazy, bro. And Divine Diablo led the game with tackles, bro. That's fucking crazy. Great game for the Raiders, but I think this is the game where the Browns have had enough Deshaun Watson's BS, and we see Jameis Winston, and I can't wait to see that happen. I can't wait to see Jameis Winston lock the fuck in and play good football, because Deshaun Watson is not him no more. He is not him. But with that being said, let's move on to the Sunday night football game. With that being said, the Sunday night football game at 8:20 on Sunday. Basically, we have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens are 91 overall with Derrick Henry, Roquan Smith, and Lamar Jackson as the best players. And the Bills are on 85 overall with Josh Allen, Matt Milano, and Gregory Rousseau as their best players. But with that being said, I want to say this here. The Bills are going to win this game. That's all I gotta say. With that being said, let's jump right into this Sunday night football game. So with that being said, the reason why I say the Bills are going to win this game is I truthfully believe that the Bills are one of the best teams in the league right now. If they aren't number 1, they're damn sure should be number 2. I think they are just as good as the Chiefs right now, at least the way they are playing, right? I mean, I just feel like the Bills are going to come in to handle business. I think the Ravens are kind of declining right now, not because of Lamar. It could be coaching. It could be a mixture of things, but they almost blew a lead to the Cowboys. I don't know why the fuck they took the foot off the pedal, but I don't know. I just feel like with Josh Allen, the way this offense has been playing, it's going to be very fun to see, right? It's going to be very fun to see. Let's see what Madden decides. But Madden has the Ravens, they have this Sunday night football game being a very close game, and it goes down to the wire with the Bills winning the game. But let's take a look at the stats. Josh Allen, pretty bad game. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I don't think he's doing an interception this season. So we'll see what happens. Lamar 1 for 1. Pretty both bad days for both quarterbacks. Rushing, James Cook had 76, but Lamar led the game with 84 with 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry had a touchdown. And then Ray Davis had 2 touchdowns. So that's a good game for him. Receiving, Curtis Samuel led the game with 98. Khalil Shakur has been his favorite target. He has been Josh Allen's favorite target. And, you know what I'm saying, I love to see it. Dawson Knox had a touchdown. Mark Andrews had a touchdown. James Cook had a touchdown. But, yeah, that's very cool to see. How many sacks were allowed? What was that? 6 sacks were allowed. Let's see who got the sacks. Von Miller had 1.5. Jones had 1. Simpson had 1. Kyle Van Noy had 1. And then these three all had half a sacks. Who had the interception, though? Marlon Humphrey had 2, and Kyle Hamilton had 1, and then Bernard had 1 himself. And then Simpson led the game with tackles. But yeah, I feel like it could be a good Sunday night game. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a good little challenge for the Bills. But I just got the Bills winning. I think the Bills are one of the best teams right now. So I might just be glazing. But yeah, that's just my opinion. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Moving on to the Monday night games, the games on September 30th, 2024. We have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Tennessee Titans. The Titans on 80 overall with Jeffrey Simmons, L'Jarius, and DeAndre Hopkins as the top 3. And the Dolphins are on 89 overall with Teron Armstead, Jalen Ramsey, and Tyreek Hill as their top 3. And with that being said, I'm going to say this here right now. This is probably the game no one fucking cares about. This is probably going to be one of the worst games this week. Both offenses suck, so we probably won't see a lot of scoring. Yeah, this is probably the worst game of the week. I'm going to say that here now. So jumping right into this game, yeah, I feel like this is going to be a bad game. Without Tua, the Dolphins really aren't playing well. Mike McDaniels right now, he's kind of getting a lot of looks at him because they're saying that he can't really coach for real. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very low-scoring game. Like, look at this shit. Like, oh, my God. I have Miami winning this game because Miami, I feel like, is the better team overall with that roster. But if Skylar Thompson can't score, I don't think Will Levis can. I feel like Will Levis is gonna struggle. Like, he's probably gonna throw an interception or two to Jalen Ramsey. I mean, they got the Titans winning this game, right? But Titans suck, bro. Will Levis is not good at football. I bet you the Titans are regretting trading away Malik Willis because Will Levis is not good. Like, I mean, they both had a touchdown today, but like, look at the yards. Both of them, that's bad, bro. It's like rushing. Pollard had 109 and then touchdown. Spears had a touchdown. I mean, yeah, it's just this offense without Tua, they can't score. They can't fucking score. I mean, Berrios led the game with fucking receiving yards, but I'm just like, come on now. Yeah, I think they should definitely start Tyler Huntley. 4 sacks allowed. I think if the Miami Dolphins want a chance, they need to start Tyler Huntley, bro. Without Tua, because without Tua, bro, yeah, I gotta lock in. Chop Robinson had a sack. Jeffrey Simmons had a sack. Jalen Phillips had a sack, and these two combined for a sack. No interceptions, and then Jalen Ramsey led the game with tackles. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this game is gonna be very boring. I don't think it'll be a competitive game. Both teams are kind of just ass. These are, yeah, I hate to say this, but if you're a Titans or Miami Dolphins fan, bro, let me know what y'all think. But yeah, I don't think Skylar Thompson is him. I think y'all should play Tyler Huntley. He gives you at least a fighting chance. He's a Pro Bowl quarterback, right? But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, let's move on to the last game for the week. Moving on to the last Monday night football game, we have the Detroit Lions taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are on an 80 overall with DK Metcalf, Kenneth Walker, and Tyler Lockett as the top 3. And the Lions are on an 88 overall with Frank Ragnow, Penei Sewell, and Amon-Ra St. Brown as the top 3. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this game. So jumping right into the last game of the week. This could have potentially be the week. I mean the game of the week. You know what I'm saying? Seahawks are probably one of the most slept on teams right now. They are 3-0 as well, and I think they go 4-0. I think the Seahawks come into this game and beat the Detroit Lions. Right now, I think the Detroit Lions are probably one of the most overhyped teams in the NFC. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna need to see a little bit more before I give them their credit, but yeah, I have the Seahawks coming in and beating them. I think the Seahawks are very underrated. That offense is very good right now. If they continue to be consistent, that team is going to be scary. The defense is playing well. They're coming off a win against the Dolphins in like pretty good fashion. They beat, I forgot who else they beat, but I mean, the Seahawks might be good, but we'll see what happens. Jared Goff, great game. 4 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. Great game for Jared Goff. Bad game for Geno. Bad game for Geno. If he continues playing games like this, I wouldn't be surprised if they start playing Sam Howell. But he's been playing really good in real life. So Geno's been playing good in real life. In Madden, not so well. Kenneth Walker, good game. 185 for 2 touchdowns. Best rushing performance all fucking video. And then he had a touchdown as well. With that said, receiving, Amon-Ra St. Brown had 92, 3 touchdowns. Great day for him. Reynolds had a touchdown. So yeah, I don't know how the fuck the Lions lost. How the fuck did the Lions lose? What the fuck happened? 6 sacks total. What the fuck? 4 sacks. Aiden Hutchinson is on a fucking tear this year in real life. 4 sacks is crazy. Holy shit. Leonard Williams had a touchdown. Marcus Dallaville had a sack. I mean sacks too. And we had 2 interceptions. Was one of them a pick 6? Did we have defensive touchdowns? No defensive touchdowns. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. Because, I mean, Baker had the interceptions. Arnold had an interception. Who led the game with tackles? Witherspoon led the game with tackles. Him and Hutchinson. But, holy shit, Hutchinson's good at football. Really good. How the fuck did the Seahawks win this game? I'm a little confused now. Someone had to have score. They made 3 field goals, so that's, what, 9 points? Someone had a score on kick return. No touchdowns. No what? I'm a little confused on how the Seahawks won, but hey, that's Madden's predictions for you. But with that being said, that's going to conclude this video, and that's all I have for you guys in this video. So with that being said, go down in the comments and let me know if you agree with the Madden predictions, or comment down your predictions on what you think is going to happen. But yeah, I know my prediction. The Falcons are going to beat the Saints. The Falcons are going to beat the Aints, right? That's my prediction. That's all I'm going to have to say. But yeah, with that being said, that's really all I have for you guys in today's video. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, and your boy is out.